Hey guys, this is Jonathan, what I call it attraction. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you understand attraction. So, guys, I just want to touch on the topic today of loving yourselves. Properly loving yourselves, learning how to properly love yourselves. So, I get this question all the time. Jonathan, how do I love myself? You say to love yourself, but how do you do that? How do you bring yourself to properly love yourself? If you say that, that's the if you get that key thing, then everything else will fall in place. And which I do promote this heavy, that literally every single step in the relationship, every single piece, every moving piece or moving part, dealing with attraction, dealing with relationships, dealing with dating, dealing with sex, dealing with hooking up, dealing with anything in the realm of man and women interaction together, you know, anything within that nature. By doing this one very important thing, loving yourself, by doing this one thing, it will solve literally everything else. It will solve everything else. You know, it will, like just create and establish a foundation that everything else will be able to be put in its proper order or be put in its proper position after this foundation is built. Because to love yourself, that's the very beginning, that's the very foundation. It's like building a house. You can't build a house without a foundation. If you ever heard the story about the house being built on a rock and the one being built on the sand, when the storms came and it beat upon the house, the one that stood on a rock, the rock is the foundation. The one that stood on that, it was perfect. But the one that was built on the sand, the winds blew, and that house came crashing down, and loud was the fall. So loving yourself properly, learning how to properly love yourself, is the very foundation. It's like putting the foundation at the cement at the very beginning when you're first building a house. That's what has to happen first. You have to, do the cement, the concrete work. That's the very first step before you do anything, before you put up any wood, before any of that stuff. So that's the number one thing. And that's the same thing in relationships, is the foundation. But in this case, the foundation is loving yourself. If you go and you can learn, pick up, you can learn, all these different qualities and traits. You can learn high value male traits, and you can practice them to the T. And you can become great at, pursuing these things and talking to women and becoming courageous in that. And like, you could just become a monster all by yourself, if that's your goal, if that's what you want to do. But even within that, you will never get to the place of you will never just get to that end result, that climax. You will never get there. You will never get to that place of full blown fulfillment, just that place of peace where you belong. You will never get there. You will always be, pigeonholed. You will always be stagnant. You will have bits and pieces that you're putting together here and there, and you will have a crazy roller coaster ride of experience, but you will never get to the full place of full satisfaction until you properly learn how to love yourselves. And so I just really want to put the big emphasis on that. That really is the number one thing. And I'm not just saying this, I actually live this in my life. And this is what I teach all my clients. This is what I tell everybody, people I know. This is the most important thing above all things, concerning this. And so I just want to go over a quote that I wrote concerning the matter of loving yourself, and just give you guys some leverage. So I say, to truly and properly love yourselves, take some time away from dating, maybe some years, to find yourself. Figure out who you are and what you really like and want. You must learn to love yourself by creating value in your life, such as finding a purpose or mission that is compelling enough to take action in spite of your fears or discomfort. You must enjoy your time alone and become infatuated with being the best version of you. Find a gym, work out daily, or do follow along exercises at home off YouTube. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to that. Change your diet, become healthy, focus on your purpose and things you love and enjoy. And this starts to build value in your life. And you begin to become confident in yourself and comfortable in your skin. And you start setting boundaries to protect your heart, what you will and won't accept or tolerate. Your time is valuable and you are valuable. Don't allow people to waste your time or drain you or your energy. It's unprofitable. And you need to become aware of red flags, and you address them as soon as they appear, and go no further in the dating or the relationship when they are presented. This keeps you from wasting your time. Start looking at relationships and dating as experiences or lessons of growth, not dwelling on the past person because of a breakup, but happy and glad you dodged the bullet. And it was a learned lesson that advanced you further in knowledge and experience. At this point, you will look at your worth to be value. So you won't allow anyone to misuse or disrespect or abuse you, because you'd rather be alone than to accept that or settle for less than you desire or less than what your worth truly is. Okay? And so this is, guys, what it means to love yourselves, And then I go on to say, the only real remedy is to learn to truly love yourself. Heartbreak is only for people who haven't properly learned how to love themselves and protect their hearts by setting boundaries and having principles and guidelines in place. High value people that know their worth and value and have a healthy love for themselves, they never get heartbroken or disrespected or cheated on, because we respect ourselves too much to allow that. And we look at breakups or divorces as an experience or a lesson of growth or a purging of ourselves from one level to the next, not a failure that keeps us in fear from ever experiencing it again or having trust issues. When you don't know how love works and you get in a relationship, it's equivalent to going to war with the blindfold on. Of course, you're going to get slaughtered. That doesn't mean the war itself was failure. It just means you were blind, so you couldn't see what you were doing. And this, guys, everything that I said here, you put this into motion and you start to take these pieces and parts and you start to apply these things to your life. And I guarantee you, you will build value in your life. And upon building that value, you will gain so much self-worth. And you will be at the place where you're learning to love your life. You're learning to love yourself. You're learning to be happy. You're learning to be content with just you, without anyone else. You're learning that you're great all by yourself. You don't need any add-on. You don't need anything to add to you to make you great or to make you accomplished. You're already accomplished. You're already great. And you must acknowledge that. You must know and understand who you are. You must wear it, on you like a coat of honor. Don't allow the world to tell you who you are. Don't allow social media to tell you who you are. Don't become your worst enemy. proper preparation prevents poor performance. I truly believe that. So, you know, if you like this content in this video, I want to invite you to please like, subscribe, and share. And remember, love inspires, endures, uplifts, and bears all things. Peace.